where are you? Julie, I remember the day you brought her back. Dave, are you still growing Dave? Fine? Yeah? Okay, stay fine. She grows good Dave. So this basil can actually be cut fairly coarse as well. So it's not the way. And just put it there, like that. And then we are going to use some lemon zest again, right? So, there you go. Just around a little bit here. My favorite olive oil is the zucchini. If you want a really good quality olive oil from a wonderful farm in Italy, it's not blended, it's from that one particular farm. So this is a no mayonnaise, which I like as well. You get to really taste the flavors of the lobster. Okay, so with olive oil, we need some lemon juice. Lemon in there. We got the basil in there, the zest in there. Okay, just wait for the lobster, right? Okay. Lemon, a little bit of pepper, this time I'm going to go a little easy. I'm going to come up so quickly. There we go. And a little bit of salt. And actually we're going to add a little bit of scallions to it. Do you have that on the list? Oh, I would add it. That's nice. They're definitely good to add. So the grapefruit. So what I did is I bought the red grapefruit already in a can and just drained it. Or you can fresh it off. We're living in Florida, we can use fresh grapefruit as well. But this is a lot easier, obviously. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut it up a little bit like this. There you go. Put that in there too. Alright, let's go back to our lobster. That we got the dressing made for it. Okay, here we go. So ideally we want it a little cooler, but it's starting to cool down. I can feel it. I can touch it now with my hand. Now this is the tricky part, is getting the shell open. So once you get a hole in it, good stuff, is that great? There we go. And then we want to take out the digestive gland, right? So that's fairly easy. Pull it out like that. The lobster will come right out of the shell. Actually, it's just beautifully cooked. It's not, so that's 12-minute rule for this size lobster. So it's really the right number. You can see that it's still nice and moist inside. Can you see that there? Okay. Do one more. Here, you do a good job sharpening my knife this morning. Okay, once again, take out the digestive gland, right? Okay. That comes right out of the shell as well. Okay. So for the salad, what I'm going to do is make a chunk with the lobster. It's really easy to handle. It's cooked just perfect. It's not too tough, otherwise it would be hard to cut. So it's really, that's one that rule is really good one. Cut it a little bit quickly. I'll try to cut it in, what, about 150 of you here? You can all have a little nibble. So if you go to your pizza guide while I'm finishing cutting, so pizza guide can be passed out to you. So you look on the pizza guide and see where lobster falls. So where does lobster fall on your pizza guide? Does it fall in two places? So it falls in lobster. Okay, so it falls in the British Trinidad. That's where lobster is protected in the Bahamas in the United States. But if you also look over to avoid lobster, like I believe Brazil, Honduras, and Nicaragua, are actually on the avoid list. The reason for that is the practice of fishery. There's a lot of guiding that's done. Fishing practices are part of how the pizza guide comes to be. And so the practices that are done in the Bahamas and the U.S. Our fishing practices are a lot more sustainable, a lot more encouraged to really do the fishermen as well. And so if you also look at this, you'll see that conch is on the avoid list. That's because you need to work with friends. You can still eat conch that comes from Turks and Caicos, Belize, Honduras, the Richland Bank from Jamaica. So there's still a few places that you can find conch. But it is commercially bred. That's why we like cooked conch today, because it is a species that's getting more and more overfished. And so this is a great handy figure guide. It is put out by Monterey Bay Aquarium. So if you want to find out more information about why a particular species is on these different lists. And I also want to bring to your attention that down at the bottom of one of the pages on the top, you'll see the Specialty License Plate, the Aquaculture Specialty License Plate, that's granted through our Harvard Grant Credit Institute Foundation. And that's just happy to here for the foundation. It's Cindy Further. It's also here for the foundation. So if you're thinking about doing a plate, the aquaculture one supports all of the aquaculture work that we do here at Harvard Grant. And so I just wanted to get your attention as well. Okay, so here we go with the lobster. It looks very different. Okay. Stir this up. There we go. So I think I had to place this plate here. A little bit of salsa on here as well. Okay, so here we go. Here's our meal. one time. So I'm happy to answer questions if you want to come up here, look around, answer the questions that come to you guys. But thanks so much for coming today. It's been really great being with you.
There's nothing more than a careful study of all phenomena of behavior, whether human or otherwise, in life histories, physical forces, climate, using refined procedures and attempt to verify observations are valid. Instances and repeated verification of these observations, most often by independent investigators, produces verified concepts called laws, such as gravitational laws, supporting gravitational theory, or laws of evolution, that no two creatures are identical or exactly the same, or occupy the same space simultaneously. This supports evolutionary theory. Because of the care and intense study verification based on many observations, these laws, considered theories, are accepted as indisputable facts, not alternative facts. I was writing my presentation based on indisputable facts, except where some human or future predictions are made. I would say it might be. So, I'd like to present three critical parameters of all the electric water on the real world. Later on, you don't have no water. We can't live without water. We don't have water, we life, there's no water, okay? And then the other parameter, which we interestingly discovered, we could rate a fish up from 2,000 feet to alive with the pressure, but it turned out to be temperature was the most critical thing. It was temperature. The reason those people are here, living in water, interacting with water, and temperature is climate. So we have the interaction of all these factors, which are in the scene you see before you at the beach, and also have a lot to do with what's going on in biota and everything here on our coast. Now, staying at home, we're a water planet. It's mostly water. Now, you're all terrestrial creatures like me, although I wish I was a water creature sometimes. So we have a different perception of water because we live on land, but it really governs everything, our climate, our temperature, our biota. And if we take a look at what water does, just a little diagram here that I tried to show the interaction with this blue line that came across the screen. So, the background in the Gulf, water, for instance, clouds that can precipitate rain over central Florida or land over the Mississippi River, they go to Now, normally it wouldn't go out, we allow that to happen these days. So, we're connected, basically. And one of the things I try to show is water is constantly mobile. I'm standing here and I'm not floating around right now, so it's terrestrial water. Temperature is like the ocean that's constantly moving and increasing, but constantly changing climate. So we say climate change, that's climate change. And this is why biological restoration in the past is impossible. It just can't happen. So what I saw here in 72, I don't think would ever be seen in the future. It'll be different. We have the evolution of the integral lagoon based on constantly evolving changing situations, which because I sit here so long I saw it, it's like perception shape. And it changes rapidly. What I try to do with my students is go out here before teaching things to light bulb and drop one at her feet and drop the other at the chip channel out here and talk for half an hour, put them to sleep. Then I have to pick up the light bulb, this one usually has a nose in it. And they never could find out. When I said, well, here, the light bulb gets out, how come you can't find it, you know? This one stripped it away. How does it strip away water constantly emotion? Ironically, we had one of those light bulbs returned last year class, so that's another return to Harvard Brain. Bingo. But this little change, we have pyramids, we have old trees. The algae here will double its biomass in 4 days. So we have this conflict zone between rapid changes, and we want that continuity to stay on the beach for centuries and long, because it's sure that it will not. It's always changing. So humanity plays a major role. We're all part of the ecosystem. And we've had the greatest physical and biological impact on our regional setting and natural history. It's us that changed most of it. And this is Port St. Lucie. Nice Google, you can get down and look at the place with an angle now. Wasn't even on the map 1980, 85, either Palm Bay. There are over 115,000, they expect another 100,000 plus in the next 15, 20 years. So that will have an impact. So it's not a human population growth. I came to Florida as part of World War II invasion of the Peninsula. The many people shaken here in the war, they came back. So I came in 1950. The population of St. Lucie in Martin County in 1950. Then I came to Harvard Ranch in 1971. You can see there is not a significant change here yet. The real population increase occurred after 1980, certainly after 1970. And so I was studying the lagoon system at the time that there were no really Lake Okeechobee, there was something like a teaching nourishment, and we had no human population. And here, I was back in 1900, here's World War II, and then you see the human population in Florida. In this case, it's all the counties in the lagoon that I put in here, and they have the same pattern you just saw. Now, what I did put in, that arrow there, is this which we found in our wetland over. Actually, the first really major change that came this here was the fact around all the wetlands. So that's very important, and that happened, and that was a controlled mosquito coop from Daytona to Palm Beach, this was known as Mosquito County. Now, you might complain about that one mosquito buzzing around your house, live and their uses, but when we were doing the research out here on South Beach, we asked not to control mosquitoes per year. We had rates of 500 per minute. You would breathe them in if you didn't wear the clothing, proper clothing. So, if any of you have never seen that, this is a major concern. So, in order to fire rockets off the Kennedy Space Center without mosquitoes, that happened. The whole lagoon was founded. Some other things happened here late, and then we had no beach nourishment when I was working here. We're commonly now. We also have the freshwater release from the lake fairly commonly now. So, a number of things have happened along with the human population increase here. This is the map, hand-drawn, of all the trees in a wetland. It was the most stunning wetland on the east coast of Florida. This is the Round Island area in Indian River County, just across the county line. It's called Round Island Park County. Along the coast there, the nature trails, things that go there. We studied this area as well, but the study began in 1955. First part of the track this area. The yellow is, closer look here, the last more somewhere either small green succulent plant. The gray and black mangrove, the little red spots along here are red mangrove. You have isolated red here and there. So that's why your face is succulent. You don't see it too often now, mostly gone. Salt water. Here's the aerial photograph in 1963. You see how open, this is an open park of vegetation, and within its first black mangrove, you rest around the margin. The first area of land in St. Lucie County, by the way, right here at Harvard Ranch, on grass meadows, that are now first mangrove forests out here. You don't know, those are grass meadows here. And the other thing you see this is the dike that's now being built around adjacent wetlands. This wetland did not have a dike right away because the research was ongoing here. And eventually told us the difference between a settlement and an open wetland. We in turn went here in the late 1970s. This is what it looked like. for droughts, and there were no red. They came from the air. This is the same found at Round Island. We had salinity in the soil of 200 parts per thousand. In the pond here, 156. Ocean is 35. Okay. We actually cracked the salt. It was like ice over the pond. But there wasn't fish, so we didn't feed that. There was a fish, but pond fish. And the temperature reached 100 days in the water. 100 degrees before you see the water temperature. And it's like a very harsh environment. And this is way back then. And this is when it flooded. And we're looking at Kicker Fish everyone there about the city station. And then when we lost time to come back in, we found it flooded. We found it in a regrowth of some of these succulents. So the whole place turned green. And they just ended up where it was actually okay, so I'm going up there. And then when the water went down, these fishes, which were all over that wetland, eating cyanobacteria plants. They were eating big bites out of the ground here. Were eaten by the wadybirds, so we had ladybird feeding studies going on at the same time. And all these ladybirds named pumpfish. So they were feeding the pumpfish. And the pumpfish didn't occur in mangrove canopies and Thomas at the same time. Just simply, it was open. Mangrove canopy was on this island. So today, let's photograph a little bit of beta here and then take a comment on the dike, and we have these red mangroves feeding stuff. So it will be red mangroves eventually. And when I'm done here, take a picture photograph in 2014, and then put in red where the red mangroves are today over that mountain. So it's going to be a red mangrove forest. Many of these others have already gone that way. Can be quite different than what we saw earlier. And we aren't going back, okay? And what probably would have happened is the Dublin egg, that's A1A there, would have become an open salt area, but it's been home and all kinds of things. It's around our park, it's a great park. This is humanity, this thing there, so figure different. And that's why we're going to come. Just by the way, that's taking photographs taken the same place. So look out, so you won't be able to see out there very far. There can still see a black mangrove stuff out there, but it won't be red. I don't know if it's Grand Harbor north here, but we surveyed that before they were built anything there. We requested to do that. They planted marsh grass here. They didn't have mangrove. And based on what I've seen, I said, mangroves are thinking of marsh grass. Well, that's the way it looks today. It's all mangrove, and the rest of the state of the marsh grass there. But it's all mangrove. Selfish style was the first to go into mangrove. They went egg, mangrove, up the big one side. But one of the reasons I did this here, that was no inlet during 2004 when everything went through. And guaranteed to happen again in the future. This Black Creek, Selfish style. So now we're going to go back a little further. Let's talk about before World War II. This is from a book by Dr. Hitchcock, the Occupation of the Neighborhood Forest, in 1884, or 1888, Great Look at the Tennessee Gives Final Press. He talks about all the people he's been around for, and he sailed around the state, and there is the wildlife. And this particular scene, which is very similar to the scene we saw. It could be found down the river. They also camp out throughout the river. And I thought this there, they go to the and actually a cypress tree. You don't stay along the bank. They go to the long industry. This is mine, but not against the hurricane. But we don't have any now. This is in the backyard on this cypress tree I planted years ago. And here's the cypress that came from him, which is almost identical. Kind of nice to plant a cypress tree in the backyard. Anyway, this cypress tree here is actually 3,500 years old. It's the oldest tree east of the Mississippi River. And it was north of Orlando, there on Orlando. And it was former President California dedicated this park to this tree. And you can see this big age It'll Sherman tree that is supported in Redwood, South California. They never got the respect. It'll Sherman got somebody else to, but it was a park, all park for it. And I thought the park will be like a tree that never makes the tree out of the blue. Anyway, a few years ago, a lady got burned down who was on that, and which is, a national program. Inside the park right there, inside the truck here. Now there is another cypress tree over in this direction, and some years old. So it's still there. We're down here. But we had these old cypress trees over the most of the logs. Now we have red mangroves coming along Tennessee River. And they'll continue to go up Tennessee River. So we'll expect this system to turn into a more estuary system in the future. And we also have exotics now. So we didn't have it for like 9 years. Obviously, members down on top of this fish. And the 1897 report by Emerald B. They said, what the fisherman said, he thinks only 300 sponsors were taken into his net last season. Now, this is a 16-footer that I took a photograph in 1973 down the crossroads of the Tennessee River. This was caught in a net, obviously, but I want to see down there. One of the Tennessee River, and anybody sees some of these reports in the state, because of the hurricane they can see, well, it quickly comes to past Denny, anyway, but they are going back. So back a few hundred, 5,000 years, the Tennessee River, 30,000 years ago, this was a 300 feet on field, because of the bleeding here. And this peninsula here would come out of the water. All the homes would be called platforms. The biggest one on the side. But we will just submarine down on a little platform 300 feet down to a little beach. There's a beach here. There's no over there. Water be to the side. Maybe it would all come and expand out. And of course it'd be cooler. 150 miles off the sector. You drive across the field. It's more automatic. The beach is 17 miles off the side. Actually about it. And that's the central part of the scene back there, okay? So, that's the woolly mammoth, horses. 6 tigers right out of here. And we find fossils of all these animals all around Florida now. This one, by the way, I was walking on the beach on a meter with my girl, dating my wife. It's on the beach of rubber at the house of work. It's a big wild industry. It's got a couple books, but horses were here before they were, they evolved actually those characters. They went to the Spanish straight back. We're at ground small tigers that before teaching in Florida. And believe it or not, we had people. And this just came home a few years ago. By the way, this is the mascot that my wife and I dug up. Our regular mascot, they got over there. When we first came here, small out front. The people living on that island, people living on all these islands. The family that was living there had a mascot dog, just like that, by their door, and their houses, by the way, TV set, and generator. Anyway, they found it on the swallow. When the direction comes in, we had Interior County, I believe, 16, 17, these guys dug up. We found the entire shell system 50 years ago. Somebody was with a carving of a mammoth on it, which was dedicated to 13,000 years ago. People living here and carving on the top. We do in 1916 that we had a few that over the history of time. A zero man 9,000 years ago. We're doing a lot of zero men now. Then all of that changed. The glaciers melted. And sea level rapidly came up. 300 years sea level. That's back in the further places. Florida is one big bubble aquatic ecosystem. This is my backyard. We're touching the pond down silver, deep coral, green, moss. We're here. You put a UV light on these guys, you can actually see some of the kind of colors that they have. So the Florida Peninsula, which we see like this today, is going to affect us in the future. And the future will not is submerged. This is a fish theory. You say mollusk and basal mollusk, fossil pattern keys, creating the past shoreline of Florida. It's submerged pattern. And so we have these different elevations that we measure today. You can see these ridges. You can find out where you really should build your house. The rate increases any further. I've been trying to figure that out first. I do want more of my property first, though. Anyway, there's some different patterns of flooding we'll probably see again in the future. And before we smooth out the submarine here, this was the shoreline 13,000 years ago. Now the Hoover spawning site. So what constellation to me is there will be more Hoover spawning site? And the submarine was there. And we're looking at the fish all the time. John Reed found these secret corals, the Leucelian corals, planted still here on the rank, with our one robotic vehicle. They're down 1,000, 2,000 feet. So it's called Algerian secret. Now, if we take a look at Florida, the Atlantic setting, and these influences find us our big geomorphology for movement. And why I can say this was reversed. Rich, as you're going to say, is based on all those factors from the current. And looking up the Big Bahamas, and when it came to and right here, the meat right here, up on both. Then you have the blue current. Probably heard about this up in the Gulf. This is usually called the Florida current here. Up here, it's called the Gulf Stream. Now it's by the England. And then another current comes in outside of the Bahamas. And the continental shelf course. Why here? This is the current currently up here. No, the Gulf Coast doesn't have it here, so one current. We do here. And look at it back here. Look at the blue current there. Okay, you see how it spins here. Comes in close to shore to Miami Palm Beach. There's a sea shore here. Further you go north along this coast, so we're against the blue current. You have the foreign current. That's fair. These are the ones I can show you. Look at it from a different perspective. Okay. And that really changes our climate here. The full coast comes down across the shallow shelf along the coast. It's always guaranteed to be colder over here on the coast and over here on the same winter day, winter. And here's the thermal image for you to see how the coast is there. And if we take another, this is February 9, 2006. Blue current, well offshore here, 300 miles actually. And the shelf is cool down. Blue is cool. Okay. Red is warm. There's Stewart, right there. Here's closer up. There's the San River Stewart, Fort Pierce. Yellow. Florida Bank, 200 miles further south. Blue. So it's colder here than it is here. However, we track is warm. So we have tropical fishes along here. But we have the furthest south is warm timber fish pond. Red drum and black drum are warm timber fish here. The furthest south black drum pond is Fort Pierce. Red drums inshore here from here. So cold water pond goes further south here. Warm water pond goes further north on our coast here. Yes, I found all these crazy guys. And so we got they should have been in Panama. So the other thing that sets up our geomorphology is all kinds of other fabric that affect our water here. All these coastal regions are red. Rivers are in blue. And it's the bigger island out here is actually close to big. It's either formed by the easterly wind, and it does occur on the Gulf Coast, like it is here. It's a city plateau like Okeechobee, and this is US 1, this is I-95, we built our railroads on top of them. And then we have these rivers. Your city goes from Orlando south of the lake, and they take down the traffic between these bridges goes north, and then it goes to the coast. And if you look at the San Luis River down here, and what's happening there, these bridges deserve the red lines that put it in here. Trap, the San Luis naturally has north pond and south pond, but nothing to the west. And we've done the Deep 44 Canal, it's artificial. And so water like Okeechobee here was never here before. And it changed the whole situation. So we had these small coastal rivers, and I say small, because most of the rivers are small. Now the easterly wind actually pushed the moisture from the coast up on these regions where this is the I-95, the cloud cover pattern here, it creates the driest counties in the state of Florida along here. Our rainfall pattern is lower than the other counties in the state. Here you can see radar image, I-95, just one, I-95 pattern. So all major rivers in Florida on the west coast of Florida. The Everglades is the most flows south. Miami River's not a river anymore, the influence of Florida. St. Lucie is together. Lots of action, just very small, all of the green standards for the west coast of Florida, and Sebastian. So if we look at what that does, we're now looking at red and chlorophyll, not pictures. So chlorophyll's coming into the right plant production. Okay, so all the rivers off Georgia see a lot of nutrients and a lot of plant production. Same thing with all the rivers up here in the Gulf. You see that here. So look where you don't see red. Our coast here, Florida Bahamas. And right here is the water on shore, the Palm, Fort Lauderdale. There's no continental shelf. You notice the 80-degree line was right along that continental shelf there. So basically we're in a fairly oligotrophic system, very little freshwater input. Shorter, some more, some miles. So we took that same distance and went from St. John, we ended up here in North Carolina, Cape Cod. How many rivers can you see here? How many rivers can you see here? That's the only river. that we have there. So if you're tropical fish coming up from Panama, Costa Rica, you like fresh water, we're going to sell. That's it. And again, that's our right dinner center for biodiversity or fish thing. But the other thing I want to point out as we talk about what's warming all this diversity erectus here is we have very little habitat here. These are the wetlands. This is Fort Pierce, this is Stewart. These are the wetlands south of Fort Pierce, Fort Pierce, Stewart. They're all over Barrier Island. None on the west shore over here. And the savannah's up behind that bridge, but there are no private wetlands along the shore that are just, and again, same as your river there. Then we go to Harbor Branch here. There's Fort Pierce down here. We've been direct north up here, south down there. There's the Atlantic Ocean. Here's Harbor Branch. We're sitting in that little yellow circle right there. On the other side of US 1 is this wetland. It's your road, freshwater lake. That's the natural situation. We have these wetlands. Vero Beach, by the way, is right here. Vero Beach is a wetland. And that's why you have to get flood insurance. People play this. In the Savannah South, same thing. That freshwater we work through this, where US 1 is a div. And it's full div, no full rig line. And then these are freshwater wetlands here. I catch water out fast, look at all, and drop bullhead right off the door here. Then you catch it up to the dike, then on the other side is all marine. So this was our freshwater source basically. We almost look at it up here in the Barrier Island wetlands for the Philly Lake. Some places to right here. This is Savannah State Reserve, south of Fort Pierce. Very important that they reserve this because it shows us the natural situation down there. And then these are the different communities. I'm trying to show you, and introduce you to the fact that we have different habitats, different communities associated with them. So I circled the different colors. The green community is red here, and the sand is river coming in. And all this is right around the Sailfish Point at the Stewart Causeway, and the river Sewell Point here, and it's a Stewart. So that particular area has all those communities. What I did was I took that area out at scale and put it over on the other side of the state. This is Cape Coral, Fort Myers there. This is the mouth of the Active River. This is Charlotte Harbor, Sanibel up here, Captiva, Port Charlotte's right up here, Peace River comes in right up here. So you see, Charlotte Harbor is quite large compared to the little area of South Point out there that we have here. In fact, over 90% of all mangroves are Gulf Coast. Less than 10% over here. We have very few mangroves. Here we have mangroves wetlands covered in Charlotte Harbor, and for scale.